Gospel for Unreached. Our mission is to spread the good news to the whole world through the internet. Jesus commissioned his disciples to go into all the world and preach the good news to all creation. Mark 16:15. Come, let us join our hands and hearts to reach the lost and tell them the love of Jesus. Therefore, go and make disciples to all nations. Life-changing sermons in several languages, CD, DVD, MP3, and Bible tracts are available free of cost. And if you would like to learn more and get involved with our ministry or sponsor a missionary, orphan, please feel free to contact us by email at gospelunreached@yahoo.com or call us at 310-408-2823. Your comments and suggestions are very valuable to our ministry. We enjoy hearing from our visitors. Thanks for visiting. Please come back and visit us soon. May the Lord richly bless you. Thank you.
Our lives is the greatest, is the best. You have to believe that these plans are not necessarily based on how Orange County looks like. It is very different. But ultimately, when you follow these ways that God has created for your life, you will be happy and content. You know, every year I meet 2 or 3 presidents of different countries. And I'll tell you, most of them are not the happiest. Most of them are not the most content people as such. I was meeting at the most famous comedian of Iran. She came to my concert when I was in Bangkok. And she came up and she said, I want to have lunch with you. I said, sure. We sat down and had lunch. And she said, when I do my comedy, the whole nation of Iran laughs. But when I go back home, I'm all alone. I'm a very lonely, sad, depressed person. What is the point of having fame and when you go back home you are a depressed person? What is the use? How can you trade your life to something like that? And here at your age, many of you might be dreaming of having a fancy house, a famous life, you know, a very secure job. Who said secure job gives you the greatest joy of happiness or something? You know, Singapore is the wealthiest, the most expensive nation on this earth. People are so wealthy there. But yet, 66% of Singaporeans are unhappy. The wealthiest nation is the most unhappiest nation on this earth. My friends, don't ever trade happiness and joy towards something else in this world as such. Here I went back to Jesus and said, Lord, what do you want to do with my life? In 2002, is when I asked Jesus, what is your dream for my life? My dream was to go to one country in my lifetime. That's all I dreamt. That's all I could imagine. My father has been to 2 countries. My mother has been to 2 countries. I went back to Jesus and said, Lord, what is your dream for my life? And that's when Jesus said, Benny, I want you to travel to every country by 2010. And I said, God, how can I travel when I only have $25 a month being a Viva missionary? My passport is an Indian passport. It's not the best passport to travel. My health is so weak. I was hit by a javelin at the age of 12, so I have a problem with my spine. I can't sit in a position for more than half an hour. And traveling like this in the plane, long distances, is not easy. And history till today has not given an example of a musician who's been to every country. Whether it is Michael Jackson, or Shakira, or Mariah Carey, or whoever it is. There's never been one single musician in the history who has been to every single country in the world. And I said, God, are you sure that you're going to create history? And he says, sure. What is impossible for man is possible for God. And so let me show you my passport, how it looks. Maybe you can show it on the screen, please. Is it on the screen? That's not the passport. wish the passport could look as cute as that, but not necessarily. So that's my one passport. So this one passport is a combination of 14 books. And God really took an ordinary person like me and He provided every bit for me to travel the world. And I want to tell you, my friends, money does not define everything in this life. Don't ever think, there's so many people with money, but they can never travel like this. And here is this passport is my proof of my travels to every single country in the world. And God provided. Till today, I've never asked for money, never borrowed money, never taken a loan from the bank. I've never trusted the credit card. Every country I've gone, I paid my tickets. Every concert I've done has been free of cost. Even my CDs, people decide the price. And God has been so faithful. Till today, I've never lacked anything. The next picture, please. See, this is my world map of my travels to every country. And on 22nd of November 2010, I arrived in my last country, Pakistan, at the time, and I broke 6 world records. And one of them is I became the fastest man in the history in any category to travel to every country in the shortest time, 245 nations, including Antarctica, in 6 years, 6 months, and 22 days. The previous world record was 6 years, 10 months, and 7 days. But God helped me to break this record. An ordinary guy could really be, you're sleepy, bro? Huh? You want to go wash your face and come? Otherwise, you're making me sleepy. Right? It's okay? You want to continue sleeping? But I want to tell you that if God can pick a person like me and transform my broken life to even taking me to every single nation on this earth, I want to tell you there's nothing impossible for Jesus to do something beautiful in your life. But you have to believe that God has a plan for your life. You have to believe that He has something amazing, far greater than what anyone could think of as such. So it's important for you to believe that. If you don't believe that God has a plan for your life, you will never believe and trust in Him. And that's what He has done. That He took me to every nation on this earth. And one of the nations that He took me was to North Korea. Now, might be we can turn off the camera for now, please. From all over the world. And I was chosen as the only Indian. They chose me as the only Indian to represent my nation to go and perform there. They even rejected the government of India's proposal of artists, and they chose me directly, which is still a mystery because they scrutinized me for 6 months. And I'm still surprised how they chose me, because if you go and research on me on the internet, for me to live is Christ and to die is gain. I want to tell you, you don't have to be 60 to come to that knowledge. No. Even at the prime age that you are in, you can really be bold for Christ. It's like this boy, the next picture please, is in your neighborhood. My friends, one day we have to give an account to God for the freedom that He has blessed us with. I'll tell you, if a boy in Uzbekistan could still see his suffering as a pulpit to share the gospel, I think we can do far greater than that here on this earth. So let me play the song, I Stand Amazed in the Presence.